All right, here we are for round one. We have won the die roll. We will choose to play first, and things are still still darkened for whatever reason. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's not the best. We are missing a 1 or 2, but we do have access to Valor Stance if our opponent somehow plays some Forecast and Custing on 2. Not gonna happen. But more importantly, you have a reasonable, reasonable threat with Brimaz in 3, the mana to cast it. So we're gonna go ahead and keep. We can draw a 2-drop. We have a 1-turn window, so not the best of hands, but certainly not what I'm going to mulligan. Is there any reason to whether or not to play Windswept Heath in 1? I think I do want to play Windswept Heath in 1 and fetch a Plains. I don't have any double green spells in my deck, so I'd rather I kind of there's the very marginal marginal edge of getting a Plains out of my deck because I'm not terribly interested in drawing more of them. All right, so my opponent starts with a Forest into an Elvish Mystic. I am jealous for sure. And then, all right, Temple of Plenty. I could play a land to possibly enable Valorous Stance if he does play exactly Courser of Kruphix, but I think it's better to play the Temple of Plenty at this point because it helps me. Yeah, see, I don't want to draw this Elvish Mystic now, and it will enable me to play Brimaz without taking pain next turn, which is relevant. Alright, so my opponent is also green-white. He plays a Morph. So likely Den Protector because he would almost certainly face up a Raptor there. We shall play Brimaz. Which may get Valorous Stanced, which would be unfortunate. Alright, so okay, so maybe it's actually Rattleclaw Mystic if he's playing Bant. Alright, I'm just gonna attack with Brimaz. What is this? Oh, he's collected companying. Okay. Well, we do have a Valor Stance, so if he does like double block, Hidden Dragon Slayer and Elvish Mystic, that is a very sad collected company. Alright, so he's playing a Bant Morph style of deck. Maybe this could be Hidden Dragon Slayer, I guess, at this point. But almost, my guess is that it's actually Den Protector. Alright, so he's going to take 3. This is actually, the Den Protector plus Collected Company is pretty strong overall. Kind of want to play Seeker and leave up Valorous Stance to possibly Valorous Stance something that he may play. But, I mean, his likely play here is just to return Collected Company and cast it again, which is actually quite strong. But I'm going to go ahead and play Seeker and play a land. I'm gonna just play this because I don't want to play the Flooded Strand just yet necessarily. I could just play Flooded Strand and sack it and get a Plains, which maybe better just to marginally thin my deck. Though I did, since playing the fetch land, put a Elf in the bottom, so I actually don't know how the math works out there of like which of those is. Does he have a Boon Suitor here? This is what this looks like. So I block with Brimaz, then I can Valorous Stance my guy. I guess I'll just block with Seeker and Valorous Stance my guy if he Boon Satyrs. I could double block. If he Boon Satyrs his guy after I double block, he'll have a 6-power guy. No matter which one I put first, I can Valorous Stance to stop, to kill. I'm just going to double block. Then he could also just trade with my Seeker then. If I block here, if I block like this, any Boon Satyrs, I Valorous Stance, he just kills my guy. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna block like this. I guess I'm fine trading Seeker here. Let's see how he orders it actually. Because he orders with Seeker in front. He's ordering with Burmaz in front. Okay. It would appear. Yeah, there's the Boon Satyr. So we're going to make Burmaz indestructible. Which will lifelink and prowess our Seeker. And he gains 6, I gain 3, and his guy dies. So here, I think I just want to attack with both of these. I guess I can attack with, yeah. I'm just going to attack with these two. Leave this cat back. So like now I can Boon Satyr this if I want. I think I'm gonna plains just in case I draw my Warden, although I do have a mana confluence. I mean, I have to get a plains anyway because it's a flooded strand. So yeah, I think I just bestow on this. Making a giant Brimaz, killing his guy for free. Really would like to draw my own collective company slash Den Protector. Fleece Mane, okay. This is a tough card to beat if it goes monstrous. He only has one. He has no white mana left, so he can't actually play a Dromoka's command. Because him playing like, if I attacked and he Dromoka's commanded, making me sack the Boon Satyr, that was a good draw. Because now I can attack with Satyr, or with Seeker rather. Because I have a spell. I actually think I attack with everything here. Like, he doesn't have great blocks for the cats and this. I'll get some amount of damage in. I have 3 cats now anyway. This is a situation where like an Ajani Steadfast would be great. Alright, he's just taking a bunch of damage. That's fine. I'm gonna cast my Collected Company right now to get lifelink. And do 1 more damage. We'll get a Death Mist Raptor and not a second Burmaz because that doesn't do anything. And put these in the bottom. he takes 10. And I'm just going to play out another Seeker, I think. I could have just saved that potentially and not gone for the extra damage there, but I'm going to want to end step it to get an additional threat as it is. Alright, so he's going to flip up Den Protector. Oh, he's playing a Boon Satyr. Okay. Interesting. Assuming this is a Den Protector and it's going to get flipped up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What does he have? I don't know. Dromoka's command, and he's doing care place after. Yeah, that's what. So that was what I was afraid of last turn. So maybe this is a Den Protector, and he's looking to get a use out of that. That would be actually pretty gross. So I'm actually kind of in a rough spot because he can monster Fleeceman Lion, or if this is Den Protector, flip it up and fight something. So I don't really have any great attacks. This is one of the problems with, this style of deck sometimes is you can just kind of get brickwalled if the ground locks up. Fleeceman Lion is actually one of the difficult cards, in this kind of. Okay, here's another Dromoka's command. All right, well now I wish I had that Brimaz back. This actually is a potential argument for playing the deck, or playing the waiting on the Collected Company, because if I would have potentially been able to actually collect the company and get another Brimaz with the Raptor if I'd waited until his end step rather than trying to get in the extra point of damage. I wonder if I just want to block this with these two. I think I will. These are kind of irrelevant. These can at least do something. Yeah, I'm just going to block here. He has no cards in hand, so. Alright, well, we're definitely attacking with Deathmist Raptor, since we need to continue pressuring. He can possibly trade here if he just takes some damage. But yeah. Yeah, we would have had if we waited, potentially had a Brimaz instead of an Elvish Mystic there with the Collected Company. So that's definitely an argument to have played it a little bit differently than I did. Maybe this is like a Stratus Dancer? He hasn't. If it were a Den Protector, I would have expected him to have used it by now. So I'm a little confused. Well, I don't really have an attack, because if I attack with all these, he just blocks this here, monstresses, and then like 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, I can like Dromoka's command, but like if this is like Stratus Dancer, it also I guess could be another Dragon Slayer. They would have used it on my Brimaz at that point. So maybe I do attack. But my Deathmist Raptor, like, it just attacks into this, and then what am I even doing with the Dromoka's command? Like, I can put a plus on those and counter on one of these, and like these guys are gonna run into this. Yeah, I think I just say go, which is pretty awkward, but I think that's my best option. We have a 5/5 Indestructible Lion. Attacking with everything. Like, what could it be? What could this be that... No, I think I just say go. not really making any progress. And if this is either Den Protector or Hidden Dragon Slayer or Stratus Dancer, like my attack is not productive. I'm just gonna say go. Yeah, any morph, it's not a good attack for me. So we need to find. Yeah, he's got a monster with a lion. We need to find a collected company. We need to find a Den Protector. Something that will actually enable us to start an offense. Like a collected company is not necessarily even very good because none of the things I can actually get through lion. I wonder what that morph is. Stratus Dancer is one of the only things that really makes any sense to me. I suppose I could like try and +1 my guy and fight this and just see what happens, but if it's just Den Protectors and he's just like super slow rolling it, that's really bad for me. Definitely love something like an Ajani Steadfast here, where I'm just able to, you know, be doing something, or any sort of Planeswalker would be great here. I guess Nissa wouldn't be all that good, because you just always attack with Lion, but being able to make these guys into a threat with, like, the minus of Ajani. Another morph, that's not good. It's very much not good. I mean, I guess this could be a Raptor. Another Dromoka's Command. So if let's try like Dromoka's Command, like this guy fights this guy. And just see what he does. This is his Den Protector. He can like flip it up and get his own Dromoka's Command. None of these things seem like they're actually making progress for me. I think I may want to save these and try and use them reactively. Not that I'm in a great position to do anything reactively here, but yeah. So there's a Den Protector. So is this Stratus Dancer, Hidden Dragon Slayer? What is it? And Dromoka's Command. Okay. So there's Dromoka's Command in his hand. I should probably pull up the chat or whatever to see where he's putting. I don't even get the chat back up. I don't even know. Let's try to fight. +1 on this. Alright, well, I will do. I guess I'll put a +1/+1 counter on a guy and fight this. So this guy, he can't just start actually getting aggro on me. I guess I can just do +1/+1 counter on this guy and fight that. Because this will gain me some life. And my guy will be 4/4. I still have the second one. He like tried to do something crazy. This is like a Stratus Dancer. I guess if this is like actually Hidden Dragon Slayer, it's gotta be Stratus Dancer. It's like the only thing. Yeah, okay. Like I said, it's the only thing that makes any sense is that the thing with Stratus Dancer. Alright. Well, we'll allow prowess to resolve. And lifelink to resolve. I'm gonna do this again. So I wonder if it's actually better for me to fight the Stratus Dancer now. That is a flyer. I think it might be. Yeah. It'll be 5/5 fighting his guy. So now we're killing his Stratus Dancer. I guess I didn't need to do that then. I could have waited and maybe he would attack and then I do that again. That's probably preemptive. I would like my own Den Protector, please. Like Den Protector Boon Satyr and then just kill him. So I can't attack. I'm just gonna say go. Yeah, I should have waited in the second one. I should have just let him counter that one. And then maybe he attacks with this. And then I can just trade. I'm just taking the damage. I'd rather have an extra guy. I'm at 31, so Valorous Stance. Alright, just attack with both guys. I guess I'll just chump block and I'll just be basically trading Valorous Stance for like a guy. That's not very good. I want to save Valorous Stance, I guess, in case he has like something like another Hidden Dragon Slayer, and I do, or like his own Valorous Stance if I have, you know, Den Protector into Boon Satyr. Ethereal Ambush. Whoa. That was not something I was expecting to see. All right. Well, this could be anything. It could be a boat. I guess I'm just gonna still take this damage. I could like block here, and try Valorous Stancing this, but like this is probably something. This could be like a raptor. It would make sense if it's a raptor that he would be attacking with it like this. I'm just gonna take the damage, I guess. It's a lot of damage, but what is it for? Raptor's the card that makes I kind of think this most likely is. Yeah, man, it is. All right, so we're at 19. I'm still just looking for a Den Protector. Den Protector, protect the den. Oh, no, okay. Temple of Plenty. Put that in the bottom. I'm gonna say go again. I may just need to block and indestructible my guy. I like double block. Indestructible, whichever one he puts in front, and gain a ton of life. Because this actually getting to the point where it's actually a lot of damage. This hit puts me down to 11, and then next turn, kind of committed to block. Well, next turn actually, if he just blocks attacks everything, I have to block. I think this turn I'm gonna double block this guy. This blocks. Oh no, it can't. Never mind. Right, I can only block with No, I can't block with either of them, right? Because it's a den protector. I'd have to Valor Sense it first. It's okay. Brain freezing momentarily. Morph. Come on. All right, I'll take a lion. The ethereal ambush is really something. Here, I may actually need to block with my Seeker for the life. I was trying to just buy time to use this Valor stance in a different way, but if I just block here, I take 9, gain 4, so I take 5, I go to 6. If I block both, then I gain 7, take 4, I go to 14, and then I play a lion. Yeah, I think I block both. I think if I'm at 14 and then play a lion, I'm in a lot better position. All right. And he plays a raptor. Anything? What? He actually has like a spell? Ojutai's Command? Wow. Alright, I'm dead. Alright, well, I didn't really draw much in the way of cards that did anything here. I guess I'll take 8. This is a strange attack. I could have blocked here, but this way I get to collect a company and put myself in a position where if I hit a lion off of this, it's actually potentially pretty sweet. I'm gonna hit all my den protectors though. Hey, there's a den protector. Ooh, Warden. Warden's interesting. Do I take Warden and Raptor? If I take Warden and Raptor, I can level up Warden twice, make it a 3/3. Ooh. Yeah, I take Raptor and Warden. I can level up. Yeah, Warden can get enormous. Raptor, Warden. Bottom these in this order. So this guy already has lifelink. This guy's not going to block. So I'm going to block like here and here, killing both of his guys, and then I can make my Warden huge, and I'm going to be gaining life. So, yeah, block here, block here. I'm going to be net taking 1 damage. Both these guys die. I hope he just has a blank. He does. Level up Warden once. So much damage does he actually have? He has to chump block my Warden. Now I really want to see if he puts it on top or bottom. It's 6. Yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh god, if I draw an untapped land, I just kill him. I just make it 13. And he has, yeah, if I draw an untapped land, I kill him next turn with Warden. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I make Warden 15 power. He has 5 toughness. He dies. Oh, Warden, you are great. Very occasionally. I'm gonna like time out. $13-13 travel life flicker. I will assign all the damage to you. I did not think I was going to win this game at this point. Alright, so it feels like these games are super attrition-y and very much, going to have a card like Master of the Unseen be great in them. Wow, Warden was so good there. Boonsater seems okay. Valorous Stance seems kind of mediocre, actually. Dromoka's Command seems good. I think Valorous Stance may be my worst card. Maybe Seeker of the Way isn't great. But you need a certain density of creatures for a Collected Company to be a reasonable card in your deck. Valorous Stance, like, he didn't really have 4 like natural 4 toughness creatures. I think Valorous Stance is probably the worst card. I mean, it came in handy as a combat trick in you know, a number of spots there, but I think it's in general not going to be very good. Whereas I think that Mastery, you know, in that game, if I had Mastery at any point, it's going to be incredible. Though there are Dromoka's commands involved, so it's possible that having that many enchantments isn't really that good because, you know, though we already have Boonsater, so it's going to be difficult to get away from that. Glare of Heresy could be a card that's worth trying to deal with Fleeceman line because it is such a potentially defining card of the matchup. I could see playing a Glare. He only really played... He could have his own Masteries, but again, Dromoka's Command gives me a way to deal with that. Maybe play like 1 Glare over like 1 Boonsater. Boonsater's like not great, and Glare can come up and be pretty awesome, I think. So I'm going to try this. Let's give it a shot. Oh, my chat. Where'd it go? Alright. Well, this is definitely going to be time constraint because we finished game 1 and both of us are quite low in time. He has a little bit more than me. We don't want that. Bottom it. Our hand's actually pretty strong. Lion into Brimaz seems like it's, you know, a very very solid curve for this matchup. If he does play like his own Lion and then has like Dromoka's Command to kill my Lion, it's very sad. But we're gonna play Lion anyway. Can't really afford to just like play like Seeker and, you know, hope to, you know, draw out his Dromoka's command, or just have him not do it. If he just, you know, if he just outclasses me like on curve, it's gonna be really bad. Encase an ice. Okay. Well, that was not what I was expecting. Encase an ice is kind of bad when there's just a bunch of Dromoka's commands flying around, though. I'm going to play Brimhouse here. I don't want to use a fetch necessarily because I did just put a land in the bottom, though I'm probably going to end up having to play one because I'm going to need double green. Don't Dromoka's command me, bro. Don't do it. He sure has a lot of tap lands. Mastery. Okay. Well, there's definitely multiple things to be hitting with Dromoka's command. Give him a beat down. I think I'd probably rather just play a Raptor here than Collected Company. It's more efficient to cast Collected Company, and maybe I do because I want to be able to play Seeker and Raptor next turn. But Raptor is, you know, going to be able to attack through pretty much anything. Whereas Seeker's gonna get, whereas like a lot of things I'll get off Collected Company will get brick walled. So I'm gonna go ahead and just play a Raptor. This is actually a rough spot. Like if he just plays it untapped land and passes, like Mastery makes it super obnoxious for me to, you know, attack, and like the combination of these, like I can't really do very much. All right, Valorous Stance, sure. There's just another Valorous Stance that'll totally block. Weird. All right, I would love to draw a Den Protector. No, we're never gonna draw one. Not in our life. Let's say go. Play our Collected Company when we have the opportunity. I don't think I'm gonna block. He's gonna Ojutai command. It's countered as a creature spell, so he actually can't counter this if he has Ojutai's command. He could return a Fleecemane Lion. What is it? Gain 4 life, draw a card, counter a creature spell. Just monster seeing his lion. Sure. We will get Raptor and Den Protector. Not really how we want either of them, because since we have the Raptor in the yard. We'd really like to draw an actual morph. Nope, not gonna happen. Gotta get a forest here. Play Seeker. This is really just gonna come down to time. So many Encase an Ices. Do I want to do this now, or actually just life flick my guy? No, I guess let's just do it now. No, it's just a lion. There's a Den Protector. I think I just stack with all of them. Put him to 3. Cast this and say go. So it's actually just kind of dead, unless he's something like an Ojutai's command. And I am drawing a Den Protector. Just attacking me? Alright, well, we're going to block. What is happening? Three. You can like Ojai his command back. This and gain 4 life. Puts him to 7. Is this even right? Maybe I just attack with this, which is still lethal. No, but he has mastery. Yeah, we're gonna attack with all of them. Do this really quickly because of the time issue. Like, this could very easily come down to just time. Yeah, the Ojai commands back, Fleece Main Line, gains 4 life, goes to 7. Yeah, so that's what's happening. The blocks here, goes to 1. I'm just gonna say go. He's at 1 life. Oh, we're ahead on time now. We're ahead on time. Face up Rattleclaw. That, what? You don't want to face down it and gain life with mastery? What is this? I guess you just want, oh, okay, he's just trying to get enough blockers to survive. Oh, ah! What the heck? What the heck just happened? I just didn't get to Den Protector. That was horrific. Oh my god. Alright. I don't really know how that happened. I didn't F4. I F2'd. May just lose the game because of that. That's cool. Yeah, I wanted to flip up Den Protector, get back Collected Company, returning Deathmist Raptor. So I would be able to attack with all my guys, which he has to, like, chump. I guess he can chump, trade, eat these two. No, he could chump trade. He would be left with Fleeceman Lion to, yeah, it would be, oh god, that would have been so good for me. Because I have Raptor, this. He trades, chumps, trades. So, like, we're in a position where I still have 2 guys facing down, like, Fleeceman Lion, and he's at 1. But now it looks like he's just going to time out anyway. And I would have Collected Company in hand. I mean, it could even be that it wouldn't even necessarily be Correct Company, it could be Brimaz. I think Company's better. I think Company's my best choice there. But, yeah, apparently I must have misclicked through, misclicked the F4 instead of F2 or something, because I certainly wasn't intending to pass through his end step there. Alright, well. Hopefully I'm still connected and didn't just suddenly disconnect while I'm attempting to scry. I don't see anything indicating that it would be disconnected. I guess I'll just give him a question mark. Maybe he's just determined that he's going to be the one who times out. He's now 2 minutes behind, so I don't think it's possible for him to win 2 games in the 3 minutes that he has. So, including this one, of course. So even if I think that I win this game if I don't, I don't click through that somehow. But He could have just played this face down, flipped it up, and then just played the morph off this mana. He just would have gained 3 life. So this is just a mistake, right? Because you can just play it and flip it up. And play the morph anyway. So you literally just give away 3 life with Master the Unseen, which actually does change the texture of the game tremendously. Then again, I mean, we are, as I mentioned, playing under serious time pressure, so it's definitely the sort of thing that someone can easily miss when they aren't giving themselves the time to think through all of their plays. But it is important to recognize that Radical Mystic is just a morphing and flipping it is mana neutral. When you have stuff like Mastery or Raptor that can care about you actually just morphing things. But it would appear my opponent has just stopped responding in any way. And it's just going to time out. I think that I would win this game from the position, assuming I cast that end step. From here, it's actually very bad. From here, it's actually going to be unlikely that I would win, because I don't. If I had a Boon Satyr, then it would be easy. I would just flip then Protector Boon Satyr it, and just actually kill him on the spot. But I do not. It's one of the reasons I think that Boon Satyr is so strong in this deck. Is it does one of the things that a deck like this, and this is what we saw last game, at least a little bit, is that this kind of deck can definitely suffer in a board stalemate situation. You don't have like Wingmate Rock, which is a sort of card that decks like this might play to. It's actually the card that I did play at the Pro Tour in a very similar sort of deck. My opponent has disconnected. Okay. And that's a card that allows you to break through stalemate situations that are whether it's monsters, Fleeceman lines, or whatever. And without Boon Satyr for Den Protector, I feel like you are leaving yourself in a situation where you're gonna struggle. Wesco played he played Courser rather than Boon Satyr, and this doesn't really feel like a Courser Krufix deck to me. It definitely feels much more like a Boon Satyr deck. Then again, I want to make Boon Satyr decks more than I ever want to make Courser Krufix decks. So it is certainly telling that I would feel that way, and others might not. But anyway, it seems that we are going to win. Our opponent is going to time out. I definitely think that the this sort of mirror match can certainly come down to this kind of thing where the games just sort of glut up on the ground, and like something like Mastery is what wins it. And we are not getting a timeout win yet. Did I also disconnect or something? I don't really know what's happening. Magic Online, why do you do this? Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, he had a Raptor. He didn't really have. Yeah, he only had 2 green, but yeah, he could have still put that face down, and then flipped it, played this face down or face up for that matter, depending on what he needed. So anyway, well, let's go on to the next round. We're victorious, at least technically. And I definitely think that, this did feel like a pretty tough matchup because my opponent had access to so many of the same tools, but other similar, very powerful endgame tools. Things like Ojutai's Command and Mastery can definitely kind of outclass what you're doing if you aren't able to close out the game quickly. We were playing really similar looking decks, so I think Seeker, for instance, is not a card that's particularly exciting here. Maybe it's a card that I should have looked to potentially sideboard out. Who knows? Anyway, on to the next one.